Okay, sorry. So this video is going to be in two parts today because I'm having technical difficulties. The culture is only done in relationship with the PAP smear itself, because if the culture for the virus is negative, that doesn't mean the person doesn't necessarily have the infection. It just means that the culture did not pick it up or that the virus was inactive. If it's positive, that's 100% because it's looking for genetic material, DNA. Some of the labs will look for RNA. So that's 100%. But because of the nature of the beast with cultures, they're not reliable if they're negative. So they're not useful to screen to see if someone does or does not have the infection. They're only useful as a guide to go along with the PAP smear itself. So one can get the vaccine for Gardasil. The catch, of course, being that the vaccine does not have a blood test, so it's a faith vaccine, whereas you get the vaccine, it covers about 7 of the 14 high-risk strains for cervical cancer. And if you get the vaccine, you are hoping that you're at least protected from those one or more of those 7, especially the 16, 18, the 45, which are considered the most aggressive of all the strains. They're responsible for over 70% of the world's cervical cancers. Now, if someone got the vaccine, they're still supposed to assume that they're not completely covered to prevent getting the infection, so that's why PAP smears are important. The Papanicolaou test was invented by Dr. Papanicolaou, a Greek physician, and it's basically a brief exfoliation of the cervix. Those cells are looked at under microscopy, and then they are determined to be either within normal limits for cervical appearance or morphology, or to have evidence of early precancer or dysplasia changes versus evidence of cervical cancer. And we had a different form of grading them before around 1997, and then we've changed the way that we grade them now since around 1997. So it used to be CIN, or cervical intraepithelial neoplasia. Since around 97, it's SIL, which is squamous intraepithelial lesion. And basically it breaks down the cervical changes into early versus late precancer changes. There's a cute little butcher shop behind me here, Gabriel Machin it's called. But it's an adorable butcher shop, and it was used in some of the Midsummer Murder shows. But it's very, as they say, quintessential looking butcher shop. So the PAP smear is done as a way to periodically check to see if someone's cervix is starting to show changes of precancer, early versus late precancer, or changes of potentially very early cervical cancer is the question. So it was recommended that everyone get screened for cervical cancer or get their PAP smear every year. And that's because the PAP smear because it's a screening test, it has a potential miss rate. And that miss rate is approximately 35 to 45%. So 35 to 45% of the time when people are told that their PAP smear is normal, it's not actually normal. Also, when they're told it's abnormal, it's not actually abnormal for precancer cancer changes. It's abnormal for environmental changes. So because of that, the true value of a screening test, and that's the PAP smear and any other screening test, including diabetes and other tests that we have as a screening mechanism, their true value is based upon the ability to have repetition. So it's the repetition of those tests that allows any potential abnormalities to be picked up and to be treated. I'm going to stop right there for today. My arm's getting tired, and I'm going to come back tomorrow and go into more detail on the PAP smear itself. So this is Dr. McDaniel from GYN Corner. Please check out the YouTube channel. It's also called GYN Corner. Sorry for the technical difficulties. This is a two-parter because I inadvertently stopped the filming and had to restart it. So it's a two-parter today. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Bye.